What's up, guys? Hello. Welcome back to Duly Noted.
Hi. Didn't see you there.
It has been a hot minute since we have done this, actually.
A couple minutes.
Yeah, couple minutes. So, there's been a lot of things that have happened. So we ended season 1 on a fairly high note. We ended on a wholesome Christmas episode, and
That has been Christmas.
it has been a minute. But we, oh my gosh, so many things have happened. I don't know. I mean, a lot of things have happened in my life. Which is crazy to think because it's been, like a month really. So, we took some time off.
Because, boy, did we need the break. Oh, my gosh, we're breaking sweats.
Yeah, I know, we really are.
We're working hard.
But but now we've got like this new game plan. We've got so many new things. So for those of you who don't know, you might have seen some like teases on Facebook and like Instagram, TikTok, all of that good stuff. But we are expanding our channel.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we're expanding all right.
Yeah, we're kicking season 2 off with a bang. So this is
right.
our first episode back on season 2, but it's going to be a whole new season. So I don't even know exactly what all it's going to entail, but I'm pretty excited for it. So not going to lie. So I'm excited to introduce my wife Ginny onto the podcast.
Yes.
So we can talk about weeby nerdy stuff, and I'm sure Nick will be heavily involved in part of
absolutely.
that as well.
Somebody needs to have some controversial opinions.
On some
Okay.
Some controversial opinions on the animes and who the peoples and the things are.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. I'm excited with that. I'm excited to have Tim be involved, which Tim will be that's going to be a crazy fun thing. So Tim was our first special guest on. We're going to actually have him as a regular person on the podcast to just be a part of our channel, basically. He is a very popular person, and he does a lot of different things. So we'll have him for just a short period of time, and then he actually goes on tour for a couple of months. So it'll be really cool to just kind of have him be a part of that journey and get to see him like going on tour, and because we'll do some like fun things with Tim, and he'll do. We talked about we got together the other night, and what was the segment that he wanted to do, or was it
Tim's Bits?
Tim's Bits or Tim's Tidbits or
Tim's Bits? I think
Tim's Bits.
I think it's Tim's Bits. I don't know.
Which
man.
it'll be. I think that'll be a pretty interesting segment. Not gonna lie. So I don't know. I mean, we've got like lots of like cool ideas that are like coming out and kind of thinking and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So like, and the Weeb Wednesday part. Like, so we're talking about all of these like cool ideas. So we're last season. I know. Last semester.
For me, it was last semester.
These darn college kids, am I right?
God.
But for last season, we actually ended to where we were able to monetize. So meaning we haven't made any money yet as a channel, but it's really cool that we're able to do that now. Yeah. But now we're set up to where we can start doing things. So you will probably see 2 different ways that we'll possibly start gaining money here in the future. And I want to be like transparent with like our audience and people that are watching that. So we're able to do Nick's bored already. Look at that, he on already.
It's time for me to head out.
I know.
I don't want to watch.
It's been 4 minutes. But we so on the monetizing side, we can make money 2 ways now. So we can do it to where you guys just really like us and you just want to give us monetary donations. By no means are any of you guys ever obligated to do that once we do that. I think it's just awesome that you guys are listening to it. I'm so happy that we have over 100 monthly listeners now. Like, I think on Spotify alone, like, so that's pretty cool. So everyone that's listening, thank you guys so much for like continue just being a part of it and being an advocate for the channel.
And
so
coming back.
Yeah, for real. Like it's been cool. So I mean, we don't see as many plays and stuff on like YouTube. I mean, we see like an okay amount for our amount of subscribers that we have. So I guess the retention amount would be pretty high, but we don't have a ton of subscribers. I think we only have like 20-ish, 25-ish subscribers on YouTube.
That's your fault.
No. But I mean, it's really cool. So everyone that's been watching so far, thank you. We are going to start doing some exclusive content for subscribers. So that is another way for us to possibly generate money. I don't know what that'll look like yet, but we're thinking like Weeb Wednesday. So like you guys pay like maybe a monthly fee, and then we give you exclusive content, and we give you a look at Nick's nose holes. Get really personal up in there, because I mean that's personal business. But doing just exclusive content for you guys that the people that subscribe only get to see. So I think that's kind of a cool thing that we get to potentially do down the road. So I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot of excitement, I think, for season 2. So this is a cool, exciting way to start it. I'm excited that we're finally doing it.
We're back. Yeah. We're so back.
Well, I had a friend, and he I told Nick about this the other day. I had a buddy. He's like, so like, did you guys just give up on Duly Noted? And I was like, bro, that's insulting. Like, no, I mean, I didn't say that, but no, but it had been a minute since we had posted anything, and I was like, he's right. I feel personally attacked, but he's absolutely right. He's like, we haven't posted. But I said, we're working really hard. We've got all these cool ideas. We're just trying to get, dot the T's and cross the I's and all that good stuff. So, so here we are back at it again. So,
we're so back.
We are back. We're
so back.
Let's go ahead and kick this things off. What are some new things that happened with you within the last month? Because I mean, for me, there's a whole bunch of stuff which you've seen regularly. So they may not know, what happens in the life of Tom, but But I don't. You are a closed book, so I never know what's going on in Nick's life.
I don't know about that. Okay.
Nick has 6 girlfriends now.
Look, if you can sign up to be part of the Nick harem, okay? That's a $5 monthly fee
that he pays you.
Okay, never mind. It's a closed subscription.
Beautiful.
I was gonna say this, and this is what I was planning. I'm planning to have some of my own special guests.
Oh man, yeah. This season it's gonna be fun.
Everybody wants a piece of the Nick pie, right? And so I don't know how much I've talked about this, but something big in my world finally happened. And that's not the 6 girlfriends.
Okay.
But so I've said that I've worked at Pi 5, right?
Oh. I know where you.
Yeah. So we have this little place. If you're, it might be regional or whatever. So if you don't, this pizza place called Pi 5, where it's like Subway for pizza. 2 problems. 1, I don't like it. 2, the business model kind of cringe if you ask me, but that's just my opinion.
I personally thoroughly enjoyed the pizzas. It was good food. I mean, just for one person.
It could be. It could be.
Well, and I also got your buddy sometimes, and he would.
Well, that's where I'm going with.
Yeah,
this.
I was gonna say he would hook me up. So
yeah. So we all worked there, and we ran like a little. At one point, we basically ran it with one of my friends was like one of the assistant managers, and then we had some of our friends as shift leads. So we'd have the manager, shift leads, and then team members. So it'd all be all of just our friends on a shift, which was perfect. That made that job very tolerable. And sorry, that was really loud.
It's all right. It's all right.
You can turn that down. Post production. So anyway, it closed to nobody's surprise.
I was kind of caught off guard with it because one of our friends, or I don't know if you're friends with Reed or not, but he
sort of.
You might more of an acquaintance for Nick maybe, but I consider him a friend. So
I might have passed a glance at him every now and then.
But yeah, Reed, who is a local news anchor, which will not be a local news anchor much longer, unfortunately.
He's going regional.
He made a post on Facebook and was like, the doors at Pi 5 are officially closed, and I immediately
texted me about it. I was the first person that heard about it.
Well, no, I texted Reed, and I was like, bro, you just broke my heart. You just wrecked my Monday morning. I was like, why did you tell me this? And he's like, sorry, man.
How do you think I feel?
I know.
I'm great, by the way.
Well, I was going to say, some people are heartbroken. Other people are like, burn that place down.
Absolutely. The people who wanted to stay open are the people that took advantage of it while everybody was working there. And so why I bring it up is what's going to happen is I'm planning to have some of my friends that work there, 2 in particular, that they're gonna come on and we're gonna just do a whole episode on the Pi 5 legacy because it is not a short novel to read through. It's
Oh,
a
I mean,
series
you
of
told me
events.
some of the stories, man. I just laughed so hard. Like, I just remember the one with like the pizza sauce and the gift in the jar. And
Oh well, that's technically Pi 5. Did I
But
say
it's-
that on the?
I don't think you said that on the, maybe not on the story. Maybe was that on the podcast? I don't know.
remember.
We'll have to rewatch our own podcast to find out.
Oh my god.
So here we go, pulling up our own podcast this week is no. But I do think it Pi 5 aside, the whole bringing the friends on thing. So this whole new season, my goal is to just like, we're gonna have tons of special guests. So like, yeah, like not just friends, but like local musicians, local businesses. As you know, we are in St. Joe's, Missouri now. So I don't know if you noticed, there's a bunch of new stuff on my table. So I found some junk lying around, and I was like, I'm gonna make that.
I've been
art.
playing with the level.
With the level?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me trying to... Oh, sorry. They don't know why the level's there. So that fancy Obi-Wan picture that I got for Christmas, it's in my bathroom now. So
You'll need to make a post of that for the...
Like, here's the toilet. There's Space Jesus. So... But yeah, we dedicated, or I dedicated some space of the table here. I mean, we've had the Zelda stuff here for a while, but I added Baby Yoda, an actual Hylian sword and shield, and plus the St. Joe flag. But
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I plan to bring some of my friends on. We're gonna talk about the whole Pi 5 legacy because that was a whole like 2.5 years of material to go through.
Oh gosh.
And
See that, and that's very personal to you because you're
That
like,
is-
oh, I love Pi 5.
actually, no.
I mean,
no.
You're probably far more attached to it than most people are, though. So like, yeah.
Attached in a fraternal sense, maybe, but
I mean, when I say attached, I mean like it resonates more differently for you than it does other
it's
people.
right. It's like a parasite.
Oh gosh, been there.
Sometimes Stockholm syndrome. That's the best way I can explain.
Well, cool. Well,
So I'll bring him on. It'll be a fun time. My friend, he's well, they're both really funny. We'll have plenty to talk about. Trust me. It'll be like Tom's Knife in there.
probably. I'll probably like be in the background, not even in the video. Like, just be
Probably.
like, what's up, guys? And he's like, who's talking right now?
But anyway, that'll be great. I'm looking forward to that one.
Cool. What? Anything else other than your Pi 5? Because Pi 5 that is something like recently, like locally, regionally, that's happened. So, is there anything else in the life of Nick that's been new? I mean, we there's so many things that have happened over the last month. So.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I should say this.
Oh man, see now Nick's holding on to gold. So.
Oh, dude, this is like platinum.
Okay, all right. The internet is ready, Nick.
Well,
Put your dirty laundry out there.
You can choose to bleep this out if you need to.
Excuse. And pause for an extended break.
Yeah. So, the first part, the prerequisite, if you will,
Okay.
is I went back to college. We're in college again this new semester, and that's
Congratulations.
been going.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all I have to say is great. College, love it. Oh, I'm paying for great education right now.
I'm sensing sarcasm, everyone. I don't know if you're catching this. I'm catching some sarcasm right now.
But at least, look, if you told me on paper, like, you have to go to this place, you pay, you go. Most people go into severe debt. You got to pay for this to get somewhat broader high school education, okay, for 2 years, and then 2 more years, and that's if you go for 4 years, right? So doctors, am I right? What? You have that look on
Do you
your face.
think bachelors get their degrees in 2 years?
I'm saying, like,
The average age, like the average amount of time spent in a university, do you know what it is?
I thought it was like 4.5 to 5.
5 is the average.
But I guess I assumed like most degrees are 4 years.
Well, I mean, most degrees technically are 4 years. The people that whole broad scheme of like the perfect idea of college going in and getting out in 4 years. It's really uncommon that people do that nowadays. So. But I mean,
basically where I'm going with this,
going.
College is a scam. It feels like it right now.
But what are you going to college for? I mean, the people that may not know, like, what you're going to college for.
So I'm going to college supposedly to further my education and get a degree that says I'm qualified to work somewhere for $50,000 a year. Or something.
So like, are you doing like a specialized degree or
I'm just doing finance.
Finance. So I mean, like, so what is your backup plan? Like, so like what? I mean, I know. I mean, we've talked a little bit about it, but not like maybe on air. So like,
super in-depth.
So what is your backup plan with your degree, or your plan with your degree if you follow that step?
So I'm going to very riveting college conversation here. Sorry. I don't know how to talk positively about this, and I'm really digging deep here. I'm trying to I'm thinking to go I'm getting a finance degree because I like the money. It makes sense to me. Money just makes sense. And I'm hoping to do something in Kansas City. I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
To go somewhere. Because I don't, as much as I love St. Joe, and that is not sarcastic. I do like it here. And as much as I like it, it's nice to get a change of pace.
Yeah.
Mostly for the music, because I mean, my scope is a little limited here.
You've got a very limited scope, and that's primarily because your age. So like that will change here probably in the next year for you. But so what when you say you want to go to Kansas City and do finance stuff, what are you wanting to do? Be like a financial advisor, or are you wanting to be like an accountant, like a
probably financial advisor?
Okay. Okay.
If you know me, I don't know if I feel like. If you knew me personally, you wouldn't want me to be your financial advisor, just like how I am now.
I mean, for people that don't know, like, Nick's pretty good with money. He doesn't think he is, but he's pretty frugal. So, see, I would be the worst financial advisor in the world because I am like just super frivolous. Like I treat yourself, you deserve this guitar, you deserve this nice thing, and with a being an adult that has expendable income, it's you could do the financially smart thing and save it, or even better, invest it. And I mean, I've done some of that, but more often than not, I try to.
Yeah, and my thing was I was trying to get like better at investing, try to go into that something just for my own personal. Like, I wouldn't say well-being, but
just to better off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, right now that you're in the prime time, like to invest. So like if you put say 5 to 20 grand in an account, and this is for everyone listening that's below the age of 25, if you have money to where you can invest it, do it now, because the way compound interest works, it helps you starting it earlier rather than later. Like if you start it 5 years earlier and doing a smaller amount, you will have essentially doubled your money as someone compared to that starts 5 years later than you. So I mean, it's the crazy how much that compounding ends up being at the end. So not to say people should or shouldn't invest, but man, like I now that I'm 30, I'm just really starting to get into it, and I wish I had done it so much sooner.
Yeah,
because you're setting your future up, basically, is what you're doing. So
I mean, retire, but anyway, that's what I'm going to college for finance, because money works. It does most of the time. Buy gold.
Buy gold, right? Well, gold. I mean,
well, it's a half joke, but
it's a half joke.
But I've been going to college. That's been great. I hear the food's good, and so I've got 4 different classes right now. So I'm at the end of my second semester, not first. Thank God. Sorry, I really am trying to be positive.
This is your second year.
Yeah. Second year.
You're starting your second semester of your second year.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And so I'm still taking like prerequisite courses. Hopefully this will be the last semester of that, but who knows? They might surprise me. So I'm taking psychology, economics. So that's my first major course I've taken in my
economics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then my third is oh gosh, what is it? Oh, supply chain management. I gotta take that one.
That sounds terrible.
It's not as terrible as it sounds. And did I say ethics already?
No. You're taking an ethics course? Yeah. Good. Nick needs it.
This is the best part. So, I call I can't say his name. I can't.
You don't be putting your college professors on blast.
This if you think that'd be put on blast, this would be like the nuclear codes, man.
Putting
him on that kind of blast here.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah.
So he's a good I'm pretty hard to impress with classes. I mostly think most of the time they're a waste. It's like my first semester I took in college was I think it was like a dual credit writing class. That was a joke because I kind of got it at a bad time or good time depending on how you look at it. The teachers it was in a weird time where they were moving stuff around within the I don't know the faculty, and so a lot of people were leaving, a lot of people were coming in, a lack of teachers. And so lots of teachers were doing like multiple classes and things in class they had never taught before. And so we got just some random guy teaching this dual credit writing course that was supposed to be super hard. Just breezed right through it. It was great.
Is this something you did in high school or?
No, this was my first semester of college. So
well, see now a lot of like the 112, the 110, 112 classes, they're often taught by assistants or like people that sometimes they're undergrad students. Like so, I mean,
yeah, this guy was not undergrad. His name. Oh man, he was all right. His name was Mr. Smiley. He did not smile very much.
As
opposed to his name. He was fun though. But anyway, that's not the guy. This other guy, my ethics teacher. So I actually like his class, and not because of what I'm about to say here. Yeah, it's a lot of build up for very little payoff, so I'll be quick. But anyway, so it's mainly just like philosophy. That's what's described as philosophy and a lot of that. And because you know, I need some ethics in my life, according to my mom. And
Nick has some questionable lifestyle choices.
That you're telling me. I'll leave that up to interpretation. And
it's probably for the best.
I'm just innocent. So this is what first week, second class. But first, this is how you know it's a good class. First day. So we didn't have the first day of class. We didn't have class. So I get an email. So we were supposed to have class Monday. We didn't because of
holiday or something. Yeah,
holiday.
Yep.
And he's like, all right, so we didn't have class. We're already a day behind, and we hadn't even started. And I'm like, bro, how do you not plan for this?
That guy sounds fun.
Oh, he's great. But anyway, so second, he prefaces by mentioning, that was the whole thing, man just dropped the N-word out of nowhere.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Like hard R2.
Now, is this an ethics class?
Yeah.
Well, now is he using it as a point as an example, or is he using it as part of the class, or is he like just being just uber racist?
Not trying to be uber racist, but I think it's like gamer here. It's like catching a shiny Pokemon. It's like catching a shiny Pokemon. You don't see it very often, and it's great. Because
like, is he white? I take it.
Oh, probably the whitest.
Oh man. Oh yikers.
It was anyway. That was my big thing. I told all my friends about it. They thought that was funny too.
See some guys, they get a pass. I was given a black card once in college, so I did. I never got to use it, but I was given it. So, but I mean, an ethics course, I would be very. Yeah, I'd want to hear the context that it was used in.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, we tell you what, not to do it on air, but
yeah,
because I like having a channel, so I want to keep having a channel. So yeah, we can talk about that afterwards. But
yeah. So anyway, that was it. That was my interesting story for the day. I hope you enjoyed that. Lots of build up for just that. So anyway, if you enjoyed that, subscribe for more.
Well, I see my whole not to keep the college train rolling a little bit. For everyone that knows me, I've got friends, family. I have a degree in fine arts, a bachelor's of music. It does not. I mean, I'm very grateful for the skill set I have. It has helped me, but I do more stuff using my degree for fun than I do actually practical day skills. So that piece of paper, it's gotten me a lot of places. It's gotten me jobs. It's gotten me, networking and stuff like that. But that's probably been the biggest part of, having a degree. The actual practical side of it, like doing this podcast, like, knowing how to record and how to do production stuff and stuff like that. Nice. So, I mean, it's nice to have that knowledge set, but I mean, we're doing this for fun. Like, we're not making money at this yet. So, I mean, it'd be really cool. My goal is to make money this year. Maybe not like live off of it, but to make money. It'd be cool to just say, here's our first dollar, unduly noted. But,
right there.
Oh man, that'll be the spot
just
right there.
Nice framed.
Yeah, like look at that.
Our very first dollar.
Yeah, and then it's like crypto, and then it's actually negative value, so it's
boy,
it's worth less than how can you owe money? That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, my whole degree was a fine arts degree, so there's not really a whole lot of need for fine arts degrees other than education. Like, unless you are teaching music, they're really, I mean, you can get like a performance degree or whatever, but like the likelihood of you using that degree is like slim to none, unless you are like just amazingly good. Which, I mean, I've gotten the chance to perform and see some really cool people, play with some cool people, but it wasn't what my major was for. It was like I've done that as like a singer and songwriter rather than like I pursued music as a saxophone player, because those guys make money.
The professional triangle player.
Hey man, sign me up, bro.
It says it. Oh gosh, what was I gonna? I have no idea what I was gonna say.
But anyway, that's So you're at least going through a degree that makes money, and that is, I mean, you can find a job with your degree.
Hopefully.
It's very hard unless you're in education to find a degree in music. I mean, it really is. So, which I love what I do. So I can't complain. I love that I teach privately, which I mean, I love doing the worship stuff at the church, but I mean, it's to really end up in that field. It's tough. It is.
It's, I mean, I knew I wanted to do music, but like not get a degree in it pretty quick. Unless you're going to like Berkeley or something, it's pretty out of the question that's going to help you.
And even Berkeley's more of a
crapshoot.
Yeah, and like, I mean, because Berkeley, the School of Music, I mean, people say Berkeley. Yeah. Berkeley's mostly a name nowadays. Like the real programs that shell out good musicians, like North Texas now. So I mean, it's funny how like there's a culture shift like within the music world. So, and it's even funnier, like, because I mean, really, to be a successful musician in today's age, you almost have to kind of pop off while you're in college, like Charlie Puth, or do you know Jacob Collier?
Yes,
that dude's insane.
He's
like I mean, he's crazy smart guy.
I kind of feel bad for him though.
Why's that?
I maybe this is just more of my personal beliefs bleeding through, but I think a lot of like the his performances that I've seen, it's always just like kind of boiled down to like just an entertainment act, and but it's like,
you talking about how he makes the audience sing and stuff like that, or
that, and he like when he's just like doing like the song, he'll like make a song right there, and it just kind of it rubs me the wrong way.
I mean, I think I think it will. It depends on the crowd. I think there are some performances. Some that I've watched. It was one of the most phenomenal, like bone chilling things I've ever experienced. I mean, I didn't get to see it in person. I could only imagine what it'd be like in person. But just watching that happen, I don't know. He does some really cool things live.
I just feel like music is not something you do on your own.
I mean, he's got a whole group behind him. So I mean, I don't think
the ones I've seen, it was just him. Like with like a whole slew of keyboards and instruments, and he's like, now here's the bass, and now here's the drums. And
he's got a whole band that travels with him. Oh yeah, he's full on band. So I mean, they break up his sets a little differently. So he does. He'll break it down to where like he does like audience participation. He does some like looping stuff where he does it just him, but then he's got a full band where they're playing. So he really cool guy. He's heavily like jazz influenced, but like he's jazz made pop kind of. I mean, it's kind of a weird.
It's interesting. Everybody loves to talk about him.
I don't know. Musically, he's probably one of the more profound players out there. So I mean, like he really is a smart guy to look at. So anyone that wants to debate that, including Nick,
this might be a hot take, but I've tried to listen to his music. It's just not very interesting to me.
It's not I enjoy it to an extent. I prefer other stuff. I mean, there's other genres that are. I mean, it's a new take on music.
Which I hate to say, like the value of music is based on how much your audience likes it. I don't. But it just genuinely is not. Some of those are just generally not good songs. It's good music, but it's not good.
Well, and I would say that's subjective to what you're watching and who's engaging and interacting with it, because you're saying you've seen performances where the audience weren't into it and it wasn't like well received, and I've seen performances where it's the opposite, where it's like the most amazing thing and everyone's freaking out because of how awesome it is. Well, it's not even like
audience reception, but just my personal like listening to some of the stuff he's made.
Oh, so it's just your crappy opinions. So
yeah, so don't give me too much credit here. Don't give me more credit than I deserve here. Yeah, it's just me.
Well, cool. Well, all right. Anyway, so I don't know where we stem from that. Oh, we were talking about getting degrees and stuff in music.
Yeah. Let's go off something else.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So moving on. So for me, this past month has been pretty exciting. Nick's come over a few times. Tim has come over. We big thing in my life right now, which I'm absolutely loving it. Maybe not as much the last day, but for the last 3 weeks that we've had him, we've got a dog. And Nick is allergic to every animal on the planet.
I love to make Tom's life difficult.
He is. But so the good news is now there's now a door to my studio. There didn't used to be a door, and the cats would come in and literally just sit in his chair.
Yeah.
And so now they can't get in here to do that. So I'm being a little more mindful for Nick. But the dog, I truly love him more than I ever will even consider thinking of Nick. So, like, if I had to choose between like a train's getting ready to run over both Nick and my dog, I would let Nick die instantly. Just throwing that out there. Your life is less to me than that dog right now. That's all I'm saying. Like, but no, but really,
good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm joking, half joking, but half telling the truth, I think, because it's really funny.
You're right. It's hilarious.
I mean, do you have any pets at all, or are you just allergic to like hair animals just in general?
Well, it depends. It's not so bad anymore. It used to be pretty rough when I was like 4 or something. Like I think there was a moment where Nick almost had his what do you call it? His defining moment, meaning I almost died. we always peaked pretty early. Yeah, so I used to have pretty bad reactions, but now it's like to the point where I just like sneeze a little bit or my mouth.
That's going to be the thumbnail for the video. Nick almost died.
Nick almost dies. You're gonna need to bait this one pretty hard so you can get those views up.
So like, do you have pets or animals now?
No.
Have you ever had pets or animals?
Yes.
What were they?
Just a dog.
Were you allergic to that dog?
No, because it was a non-allergenic dog.
So what is it? Does that mean like it was a hairless dog or like?
It had hair, but it didn't shed.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it. I can't. No, it's a bad one. And anyway, yeah. If it doesn't shed, but over the years, I've had a slew of animals in my vicinity, thanks to my sister. Whenever I lived with her, it was every now and then she'd bring dogs or various animals in. I've had multiple hamsters, geckos. I haven't told the story about my turtles. They cannibalized each other.
Oh man, Raphael did not live past Leonardo.
Nah, it was a pretty grim fate.
Oh, rip. Poor Michelangelo.
Michelangelo and Donatello, they got left at the shop. They
Wow, so this is a gruesome episode. Horror.
The
horror side of
Nick almost dies, and Nick
Cannibalistic turtles.
Yeah, what an episode! But I was like, I remember having like, it's like, man, these turtles are gonna be great. I'm gonna have them for years. 3 weeks in, Zippo.
Man. Oh,
I was pretty crushed, but. To kind of describe my vision on pets, I was more upset over the money I spent over the turtles than the turtles dying.
That's pretty fair. Well, and I mean, so I haven't had like a ton of variation in the pets I own, but like so this dog, like his name is Thorn, and he's a shepherd, a breed mix, and it's super funny. The lady at the shelter, she just literally. She tried to talk me out of this dog. Like she straight up, she was like, "This is a rough dog. He runs. He no one wants him. You can't trust him. You can't." And she just keeps like down talking this dog and I have an hour conversation with this lady on the phone, and I was like, and so just having that conversation with her, I was like, you know what? I at least want to see the dog. Like I'm not going to commit to him, but like, can I at least just see him, see how he interacts? And she says, yeah, absolutely. We were the first persons to actually go interact with him because this lady went and talked to every person. She had taken like a dozen phone calls on this dog, and she had told him all this horrific stuff, and every single one of them were like, yeah, never mind, we're good. And they would hang up and they're like, never call again. So we were like, I'm going to go, check out this dog. And he was just this giant baby. He walked up and just like was like, you seem nice. Can you come? Can I go with you? And then like we took him for a walk, and he seemed pretty playful. The very first interaction, he was actually pretty good. The second interaction, he was a little bit more docile. He like wasn't as engaged a little bit. But the day we got him, it was like crazy because he was just like, we're gonna take him for a walk out to the car and then take him home. He knew he was out of there, so he like literally dragged me. And so where we got him, he was out of the Puppies for Parole program. Mm-hmm. So that program, they actually take the dogs, and the dogs work with prisoners, and so they kind of help train them and help them understand basic commands. So we got him from basically the prison here in town.
Oh
yeah, so that's where we'd have to meet to get the dog. So we are leaving the prison that he has been stored at. And this dog he's like, see ya, and he just bolts out that door. I mean, like and we've got a leash on him, but like, dear Lord, I'm over 200 pounds, and this dog is pulling me. I mean, like, I had to like give everything I got. But so that was the first interaction where I was like, okay, he's got a lot of power behind him. Let's work on this. But we got him home, and he realized that, okay, this is different now. Things are changing, and he realized that we wanted him. And so like we got him a bed, we got him toys, we just basically just sheltered him, loved him, and he just was like, oh, I like you guys. You're cool. And so now he's just this giant baby. Well, literally, he's an 80-pound dog, so he's a pretty big dog. I'm sure he will come in and visit us on the podcast at some point. Maybe not with Nick, but probably with some, because like Tim, he has a dog too. He went and got one from the shelter too. So So Thorn will come on. He's a very cute, lovable dog. He doesn't like Nick, I don't think. I think he can smell Nick's fear.
Oh, absolutely. It's not my
Nick texted me this morning, or texted me before he came in. He's like, "Hey, I'm here, but your dog kind of scares me." So
that's not just your dog. It's just any dog.
I mean, I'd rather like people be scared of him than not. So
I'm scared of any dog, so that's not saying much, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but the funny story was he just ended up being this giant lovable thing. So like he's literally a giant fur baby. I absolutely love him. He has super like imprinted on each other. So every time I leave, he just follows me and sits and waits at the door. So it doesn't matter if anyone else is in the house. Like if I get up, he gets up and he follows me. And so we go on walks all the time. My goal is I'm going to try to get him going on the trails with me, because I want to ride with him, or like have him with me as I ride and like him just follow me, which there's another big thing that I knew life update. So I told Nick that I was going to buy a new bike.
So
guess what I did?
From my limited standpoint, I thought I was thinking just like, a bike from like, I don't know, Dick's Sporting Goods. Do they sell bikes? Probably.
They do.
They're good. Glad to hear that assumption's correct. I don't know, just like Big Brother's bike. I don't know, $300.
Well, and see,
Tom is buying a car.
Yeah, pretty much. I had no idea how expensive mountain bikes were, and the one that I showed you, I spent almost triple that. If I'm being honest, which that first amount was pretty.
I thought the first amount was a lot.
The
first amount was actually more than what I paid for my first car.
It's more than I paid for. Actually, it's more than I paid for both of Jenny and I. Which, granted, we don't have like new cars; we have them used. They're not like high-end dollar cars. We bought them pre-owned with miles on them. So, but the bike cost more than both of our cars combined, which is insane.
Weird flex.
I know. I not to like brag, but
yeah.
And so like I bought this bike, and I bought it with the sole intention, because I wrecked last. So I went riding with a buddy from church, and I rode the bike that I wrecked on. Which the bike I was riding on was this cheap, crappy Walmart brand bike, right? So it's something that you're not. It's just something you're supposed to get you to and from a place.
Mm-hmm.
I take it out and I show him, and he goes, "You're riding on that?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." And then he starts riding it. We like switch off, and because I'm struggle busting with this bike, and he's like, "Man, this thing's a turd, dude." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm planning on getting a new bike, like a nice new bike here soon." And he says, "That's not the one that you wrecked on, is it?" And I said, yeah, it is. Why?" And he's like, "What?" He goes, "Dude, you're lucky you're not dead. Like that bike's," he's like, "the trails that you were going on, you were riding that." And I immediately was like, "Oh my gosh." So
yeah, I guess I am lucky.
Yeah, I guess I am. So I knew I was going to invest in a nicer bike. So I wanted to be really intentional about it. This year, my goal is to ride at least 3 times a week, excuse me. I want to ride, 3 times a day. 3 to 5 times a week is what I would like to do. That's, I think, a realistic goal. But I want to compete in a downhill race at some point.
Downhill race?
Yeah, just compete, not place. Like, I don't. Yeah,
that's a different story.
Yeah. I just want to compete. Like, I don't want to place. I just want to be like, I'm going to set this goal, and I want to go down this and cross the finish line. That's the goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking because to me, because I've got my stepbrother, he does triathlons, so
what?
Yeah, so he does triathlons, so he trains like all year for this.
My gosh,
he's a pretty active guy. I think he's.
See, and I'm not an active guy, and like I feel bad because like all the guys not all the guys, several of the guys from church are like avid runners, and I'm like the most like not. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm way too lazy to go running.
Right, which for me, it's all about like I just got to start doing that. Once I do it, I just go.
Yeah.
The hard part is actually starting, but because I really don't want to. So which I've been trying to stick to my New Year's resolution, which today's sermon was about which we had practiced or church today. And I bring it up because I had a really bad mess up. You didn't hear it? It was in our second song, and oh god, it just like the one thing about being a musician is that you're more critical on yourself than anybody else is.
That's I preach that to everyone. Like your biggest critic will be yourself.
And
yeah,
this is a side thing. I don't want to make this a big deal, but anyway, it got like sort of quiet as like at the beginning, and I missed the slide, so it.
Oh, so the beginning of the song, I actually screwed up a bunch. So
okay, sweet.
So I was totally focusing on. I was like, oh crap. So we got this new dog, and I'm trying to. I had to create basically a cat sanctuary because the cats are kind of jerks to the dog. Like the dog's just kind of curious, which he's been kind of pushing the boundaries a little bit the last few days. But so I put up a gate, and I was drilling the screw into the wall, and my drill missed the screw and went into my finger. So I've had this blood spot bruise. I haven't been able to play guitar for like the last cleanly. I haven't been able to play guitar for like the last week. Man. So it's I messed up a lot in rehearsal. I messed up like at least 2 like major points today. So you'll have to go back and listen to live stream.
I'm a little worried too now.
Yeah.
but the hard part is just starting. But for me and my stepbrother who does like triathlons, I don't think he's placed, but he finishes like with like the big part of the crowd.
Oh man,
which is still pretty impressive.
I mean, like that's one reason why I'm trying to have a more active lifestyle. Like I don't want to like be ripped necessarily, but because I'm 30 and this next like 8 to 10 years, that'll probably be a pivotal point for me and my health later on. Because if I don't take care of myself these next few years, then I'm just going to be like fat and like, like have really a ton of health complications and stuff like that. So I don't want that. But
oh no, I'm already paranoid about that.
Oh man. Well, see, and I mean like for those of you who don't, that you just listen to the podcast, you don't actually listen. I very
fake
much
fans.
have it. Fake fans. I very much have a dad bod. Like in that it. You can agree. I have a dad bod.
I'm trying not to be subtle, but
it was like yes, I have a dad bod. I'm not fat, but I'm not in shape. Like I've got a dad bod. I'm not. Well, I wouldn't say I'm like a little overweight. I would say not heavily overweight, a little overweight. Would you say that's fair? He's biting his lip. He's lying. Dang it.
No, that's not. Look, that's not it. Don't psychoanalyze me.
Tom's fat.
It's no. I know some fat people, dude. Trust me. And you're not one. Oh god.
That's gonna be a clip for YouTube right there for TikTok. Like I know some fat people.
I do. Oh my. And well, speaking about Pi 5, because you got some people that. Oh my god. I had. I'm sorry. I need to talk about this. One of my core memories from that is I got a little bit of an experience with our police force at Pi 5. They were some, how you might say, overgrown kind of people. And it was probably the biggest order I'd ever gotten there for just 2 people. But anyway, that was just like a little sampling of the kind of people we got there.
Have you ever seen people of Walmart?
I try not to look.
It's kind of like a car wreck. Like you don't really want to look, but you have to. Like it's just, oh man, it's one of those things. It truly shocks you what people will wear or just go out in public in a public grocery store.
That's true. It's so weird because it's not even just like a Walmart thing. Because like at Central, even at college, people will just show up in pajamas.
Now I'm not going to hate on that because
college is a little different.
College is a little different, yeah. High school, yeah,
it's a little trashy.
Yeah, college, you mean you're living in a dorm. You're literally your room's like minutes away. I mean, you don't have to go to a job. You're like, who cares?
I guess for me, it's like the standards feel higher, so I try to dress a little nicer.
I don't know. for me, I personally think about like whenever COVID like hit and everything was like shut down, and like people to like go to church, like you couldn't go to church anywhere, and so we would pre-record all our services and just watch them on Sunday, so we didn't actually have to go out. Let me tell you what, for someone that has gone like a decade of being in a church physically every Sunday to all of a sudden staying at home watching it, that is the most freeing thing I've ever got to experience. I would wake up 10 o'clock, like, no, because normally I'd have to get up like 7 o'clock and get ready, go set stuff up, make sure slides, everything are ready. So I'd have all this giant laundry list of, things that I'd have to do and keep track of. I got to be lazy, bro. Oh my gosh. COVID wrecked me. I loved it.
And I will go off of this. So I recently got to take a look at the analytics for the college I go to for freshmen coming in this year. And so a lot of what happened is when I was lazy too. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I was playing video games while in my classes. Don't tell my mom that. But as far as she knows, I learned something.
She came to church today. I'll tell her next time I see her.
Yeah, I'll tell her to not show up. Yeah, she knows how I feel about school. And I would play just like games while but what I'm trying to go off of is everybody was just lazy. But the most kind of something behind me?
No, I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay. It looked like you were looking past me. No. So if during COVID, if you got a failing grade, they bumped it up. So they were essentially cooking the books to give people that were failing to boost their scores, like for the school overall. So that led to a whole bunch of people not trying, failing their classes, but still passing. Those people thinking they could handle it in college. How much you want to, how, based on percentage, what percent do you think of freshmen dropped out this year?
Well, I know that like prior to COVID, the percentage of dropout has always been pretty high. So within the first, this statistic was 5 to 10 years ago. So this has probably changed, but I'm imagining it's going to be even more drastic now. But the first years, it was a 25% drop off 5 to 10 years ago.
So recently, it was a 35.
35%.
So basically, if there was 2 other people sitting next to you, most likely one of them would be gone, or you.
Wow. I mean, that's a pretty big percentage, which, I mean, like 25 is still a pretty big percentage.
Yeah,
too.
1 in 4.
But even going
30,
going to 35,
from a fourth to a third,
over a third, yeah, like that's.
It was, so hearing that was pretty, but I'm like, at the same point, they kind of did it to themselves.
Yeah, well, and I mean, so having like youth students that I worked with through COVID, they basically all told me the same thing. Because I mean, they're in school and they're like, oh yeah, we don't even have to do anything. Like we would have Zoom classes, but they told us we only had to show up for 10 minutes a day, and then we could go do it on our own. And even then, we didn't really have to do it. And I was like, man, that's like the most cop-out thing. But that being said, like COVID caused a bunch of headaches too, because you got all those people that were sitting at home. Like your anxiety and depression percentages went up like astronomically. So people were just like miserable. So I mean, I couldn't.
I don't know. I thrived. I'm gonna be honest.
I thrived to a certain point. But I really, for me, like what I was doing a lot of like pre and post production work. Like I was recording videos, editing videos. The editing videos burned me. It was something that I would do, just insane amounts, crazy hours of the night, and it was just I hated it. And it was like one of the worst. It got to a certain point. Jenny hated watching me do it because she knew it killed me. So that's. I mean, if you ever like look at our videos now and you're like, wow, that looks like it's pretty bare. there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Because I don't put a ton into this anymore. I mean, I easily could go back and dollar videos up, but it's one of those things where like I mean, I'm trying to like find the drive, or I mean, I have a drive to do our channel, but like the amount of what that did is just like it's kind of weary in the back of my head.
Rough.
So anyway, I don't know. It's kind of.
I'm trying to remember what I actually did during COVID. I don't remember. Like
so
what
COVID? I mean, it was 2020. So were you a senior in high school then?
I would have been a junior.
Junior. Okay.
Actually, yeah, junior. And the best part, okay, this is the one thing I am happy for, is because during the second semester of my junior year, I was in a reading class.
Automatic pass.
Well, dude, because that was also the summer before that. That was my Subway harem. Have I ever told you about that? That was my Subway harem. I was popping off junior year.
Popping off.
I was popping off junior year.
Were you talking like acne, or are you talking?
No,
like...
I was.
I'm kidding.
That was middle school. But the Nick harem was pretty good. We're exaggerating here, but that whole year was great until this one project in writing. That whole year was ruined by one project, but then COVID came in, swooped in, saved me, and I didn't have to do it. That's all I remember from that year, because oh my god,
there's your episode. There's your episode. How COVID saved me.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Which I was saying, like, oh, like COVID, people are dropping out because they're failing grades. But
I'm kind of happy that someone I know, they actually just got COVID, which was the first time I've heard like someone actually getting it in quite some time. I'm kind of glad that it's pretty much not been in like the limelight for a little while, and I'm kind of glad. Like, it sucked. I'm glad it's gone. We're in a better place. It's like when your parents tell you, when your dog dies, like, oh, he went to a better place. No, we're actually in a better place. I know. Oh man. I mean, granted,
for someone who just got a dog.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, get ready.
You know what? I am fully prepared for that heartbreak, because
I can't wait for this. As you're just
here's my thought on like the loss of a loved one or an animal or anything like that. To feel truly sad of the loss of something means that you truly loved it. You truly loved them or loved something. So that means that there's a reason why you're sad. So
yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
I think, there's that stigma of loss, but that means that you have truly experienced love. So
normally I just gaslight myself.
Oh my goodness! Well, this was like a weird episode. I didn't know how quiet this was going to go. First, we started off
for
with
coming back out of nowhere.
Yeah, this is out of right field, guys. What did you expect? Welcome to season 2.
We are so back. We're so back.
Oh man! So I'm glad to bring on some other people though. That way, you guys don't have to hear the same 2 boring conversations over and over again.
Yourself.
Yeah, I know, right? We talk about COVID and with Pie 5 pizza.
Yeah. That is going to be its own episode. That will be, and you will. That'll be top 5 episodes. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll make that the subscription only. Like you have to be a subscriber.
No. There. Maybe something about it that's subscription. Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
Well, anyway, I don't know. This is a fun. I'm glad we're jumping back into this.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, I mean, it's granted we still don't know what we're doing half the time, but it's glad to just jump into it again. I'm excited to see what the future holds for season 2. We're gonna try some fun stuff. I mean, I don't know what are you hoping to do this next season? Because I mean, I've got some fun things. So
I'm just ready for some other people. Not saying that.
He looks at me as like I was like. So is here. I do need to say this. As we were expanding at the channel here, I went to Nick and I'd been talking with my wife.
Oh,
and
I know what you're about to say.
I was like, trying to think. I've been thinking on some things, and I was like, just in the back of my head, I knew I wanted to go bigger and go better for this season. So I was like, Nick, we need to chat, man. I got some stuff I want to talk to you about. And I start sitting Nick down, and he just is like, are you kicking me out? Like, are you firing me?
It was like a half joke, but also like, if tell me now.
Yeah. So, but I was like, oh no. Like, we're still doing it. Like, I want to bring more people in. So, but oh man, it was good. So I've never seen, like, just to see the fear in his eyes. Let me tell you, that was beautiful. Like,
there's very few times I get truly scared, and one of those is when I see Tom's dog. No, what is? I'm trying to think. I'll save it. Yeah.
All right, well, cool. We'll tell you. We'll wrap up for today. So, this is a start to a new journey, new season 2. So,
yeah,
we're probably going to see new faces, new conversations. So, you may very well see some new faces. There's going to probably be episodes where it's going to be just me and maybe another guest, maybe just Nick and another guest. So we're gonna be bringing on some new people. So
yeah, trying to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see a lot of guests. I really want to pimp out the local music scene. So. Question for you guys: who would you like to see on our channel? Because we would love to have them be a part of our show. So this is a great way to start season 2. Yeah, let us know what you think.
We're so back.
All right, see you guys.